Are you guys ready? The home stretch of this LP is about to begin, and we're going to get started with Faulkner. Put my Raikou in the lead because one thing that hasn't changed about Faulkner is that he loves his bird Pokemon. He's going to be starting out with Staraptor. Yeah, I checked on Cerebi beforehand, so that's why I knew it. Oh no, not Intimidate! I no longer have any physical moves at all to use with Raikou, that's right. When I gave it a few rare candies, it decided it wanted to learn extra sensory, so I replaced Crunch with that, so Intimidate no longer has any effect anyway. Anyway, Thunderbolt, one-hit KO's Staraptor. What a surprise. It's not like Staraptor is known for being very bulky, and neither is Swellow. Protect! Oh, you're not gonna be playing that game with me, are you? What? Oh, wow! He's actually using a Flame Orb! That's actually pretty smart! And just so you know, Pokemon with Guts aren't affected by the attack drop of the burn, only the damage, so you actually get a pretty big damage increase even with that burn. And, by the way, Honchkrow, I'm gonna keep Raikou in because it's got a lot of HP, but not too much in the way of defenses, so it should be another easy one-hit KO considering my level advantage. But yeah, if you want a lot of Flame Orbs for some reason, then you can redo this battle as much as you want, and either use Trick or Thief or Covet or anything like that on that Swellow, since in generations 2 through 4 you could actually steal held items from Pokemon that belong to trainers. You can no longer do that in Generation 5, but back then you could. And Thunderbolt on Pelipper. Gee, what a surprise! One-hit KO. Quadruple weakness. Really hurt hard. And what is it with all those normal flyers? The flying type is actually really varied, but he insists on using like every normal flying Pokemon he can get his hands on. Noctowl goes down to another Thunderbolt. I was about to say Flamethrower for some reason. Pidgeot, which, if I remember, is his ace, but once again, it's just a stupid Pidgeot, and if I was able to plow through the rest of his team with just Raikou's Thunderbolt, this should do it as well. So let's see here. Yep, clean sweep. 6 hits, 6 kills. Not even a single point of damage inflicted on me. Now, normally I would cut and go to the Pokemon Center to heal, then come back, but I don't think there's any need to do that here, so I'm just going to move on straight to Bugsy. I'm going to put Who in the lead since he actually leads with Scizor. So once again, he leads with his ace, which is now completely different from what it used to be back when we first fought. That Scizor no longer has U-turn, for instance. So, of course I sent Who out because that thing only has one weakness to fire, so I'm going to be using that to my advantage here. As you probably noticed, I'm trying to use Who as little as possible because I'm still trying to get my other team members to catch up to Who instead of just relying on Who at a very high level. Yanmega! I guess Tyranitar is going to be the way to go, though. I guess I should be wary of any Bug Buzz that might come my way, but given the fact that my special defense gets boosted with the Sandstorm, I think I'm able to take a Bug Buzz pretty well. So let's see here. Detect? Oh, actually, that's a pretty smart move, because then that means that it's going to get a free speed boost, although it takes some damage from the Sandstorm, but other than... It's a Tinted Lens, Yanmega? Are you serious? And I'm faster than it on top of that? I mean, sure, I have a 12 level advantage, but come on! It's a Tinted Lens Yanmega, and it was like using Detect for a speed boost that couldn't come because it's freaking Tinted Lens? Are you serious? What in the holy sweet tits were the programmers thinking? If this were StarCraft, this chump would be Wood League material! But enough about that, back to the problem at hand, which really isn't a problem because Heracross has a quadruple weakness to flying, so it's really going to get ripped to shreds by that Aeroblast. But, sorry, I just can't get over that. Whoever decided to give Yanmega Detect and Tinted Lands really has the IQ of a paperweight. I mean, what the fuck was Detect good for? I mean, it's an AI, it's not as effective at scouting as a human player could possibly be. And by the way, Shedinja, not really a problem. Even if I didn't have a super effective moves, which I do on many of my Pokemon, the Sandstorm would have taken care of it no matter what anyway. So, Pinsir. I'm going to leave Lugia in. I see no reason not to, considering, well, Bug as a whole is weak to flying, so I can just spam Aeroblast like crazy. In fact, this would probably have been the best thing to do against Yanmega, that or Raikou's Thunderbolt or something. But I don't know, maybe I was worried about Yanmega surviving, which I guess doesn't really make sense given the fact that it was only level 52, but oh well. Tyranitar did the job, so I'm not complaining, and I'm going to bring it back for another go against yet another Bud Flying type, this time Vespiquen, which is much slower than Tyranitar this time around, so if Stone Edge connects, which it does, it should be a very easy one-hit KO. And there we go. 2 down, 13 more to go. So now I'm going to do what I said I would do, and actually cut this here, go back to heal off-screen, and come back, start recording again, and next time we're going to be taking on Whitney and her Cow of Doom. And we are back for a fight that should be much more difficult than the last two. The reason for it is because I have no fighting types on my team to take on a team of normal types. So I'm just going to have to rely on strong stab moves. Well, except for Girafarig and Bibarel, both of which have a secondary type that I can use their weaknesses against. So I'm gonna, of course, Tyranitar is probably the best choice against Girafarig, and down it goes. So, which one is going to go next? Is it going to be Miltank, or is it going to be something else? Bibarel, second dual type, so I'm going to go with Raikou, because Bibarel is normal water, and considering I don't have any grass types, Raikou is definitely the next best thing I could use. So, Thunderbolt should probably take out that Bibarel, because, let's face it, it just doesn't have any stats worth talking about at all, especially not in defenses. So, down goes Bibarel, which leaves me against 4 Mono Normals I can't hit for super effective damage whatsoever. And first, Licky Licky. This thing is bulky. I'm going to keep Raikou in because, well, its Thunderbolt is actually pretty strong, and off the top of my head, other than what Who can offer, this is the strongest attack I currently have against normal types. Ring Out, how much damage is it going to do? Okay, not too much. I'm good. But, yeah, of course, there's Gengar's Shadow Ball, but Whitney's entire team is immune to it. So, there goes that idea. Anyway, Licky Licky is going to go down to a second Thunderbolt. There we go. So, what's next? Is it going to be the Miltank of Doom and Destruction and Death? Sandstorm Rages, yeah. This is, using Tyranitar is really a double-edged sword. I can't stress that enough. If you're not prepared to deal with the Sandstorm damage, you're better off not using it. Anyway, Miltank is up next. So, do I want to do Stone Edge or Crunch? I'm going to go with Stone Edge because, oh no, don't paralyze, please. Okay, I'm good. But yeah, I wasn't sure if I wanted to play with Stone Edge's lesser accuracy against that Miltank, but neither would have killed it anyway, and it's a 2-hit KO either way, so I see no reason to continue using Stone Edge. No! No, you gotta be kidding me! It's gonna be a Chesto rest, isn't it? Yep, called it. Fucking Chesto rest, or Lum rest, rather. The reason why you'd want to use a Chesto berry is because rest cures any status ailments you might have, and you would essentially waste your berry before you even get to use rest if you're hit by any other status, which rest takes care of anyway. Body slam now. Okay, no paralysis yet. 49% chance of avoiding paralysis on 2 body slams. Sweet. So, Miltank finally goes down with the minimum of fuss. It's really not all that terrifying once you have access to all those strong final forms and legendaries and such, but early on in the game it's really a pain in the ass. Clefable now, which is actually immune to my Sandstorm damage. I'd bet so. Stone Edge gonna be enough for the one-hit KO this time? Yes! It's a critical! So I guess we'll never know whether that critical was important or not, but Clefable isn't quite as bulky as Miltank, so I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that it was probably not necessary. Delcatty now! Because, yeah, there just aren't enough good normal types to choose from, so they had to round it out with fucking Delcatty, who's actually doing a pretty good job of pissing me off because of that fake out, even though it did practically no damage and it's gonna get healed by leftovers anyway. And let's see now. I'm gonna use Stone Edge, I guess, because things have been going rather well accuracy-wise so far. And besides, it's not like a Delcatty can take down a Tyranitar that's 10 levels higher anyway. So that was it for our first batch of Gym Leader rematches. So join me next time when we're going to be taking on Morty, Chuck, and Jasmine.